It was nearly 10 years after the end of World War II, and the Japanese were facing many food shortages. Although they received food aid in the form of bread from the US, a man named Ando believed bread was an insufficient form of nutrition, and that noodles were a better source of inexpensive food for the Japanese people. Ando was inspired to help feed his fellow countrymen. In a little shed behind his home in Osaka, Ando started work on an invention for quickly making ramen at home by just adding hot water. He worked tirelessly, sleeping only 4 hours a night and without a day off for an entire year. Finally, after many trial and errors, he developed the genius method of flash frying the noodles. This ensured a longer shelf life of even frozen noodles. His original chicken ramen product was called Magic Ramen and became an instant popular sensation. It was packaged as a block, already pre-seasoned, and sold for 35 yen. Just add hot water, and wait for 2 minutes. This novelty item gradually enjoyed immense popularity. Initially, cup noodles gained popularity across East Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. At first, instant noodles were only invented for using a bowl and hot water. However, Ando realized many European and American countries did not have the custom of using bowls when they have meals, so he decided to use styrofoam food containers. He discovered this on a trip to America. Ando saw supermarket managers breaking up chicken ramen noodles, putting them into a cup, and pouring in hot water, and then eating them with a fork. It was then that Ando understood the key to making instant ramen a global food. He then utilized the styrofoam food container, and cup noodles quickly became incredibly popular throughout America and Europe. Ando had a lifelong dream of inventing a ramen that can be eaten in space. Ando started work on space ramen. Along with applying various techniques for eating in weightless environments, space ramen is based on the hot oil, instant drying, method that Ando invented in 1958. With space ramen, Ando's creative thinking contributed to creating food that people can even eat in space. As of 2010, an incredible 96 billion servings of instant noodles are eaten worldwide every year. China consumes 42 billion packages of instant noodles per year, 44% of world consumption. Indonesia, 14 billion, Japan, 5.3 billion, Vietnam, 4.8 billion, USA, 4 billion. According to a Japanese poll in the year 2000, the Japanese believe that their best invention of the 20th century was instant noodles. Instant noodles have become commonplace in countries throughout the world. It's consumed by students, prisoners, and even astronauts. Here are some interesting facts about instant noodles. Instant noodles are a college staple because with textbooks, housing, tuition and other various expenses. That's why you see empty packets of instant noodles scattered across dorm rooms worldwide. Rikers Prison and prisons across America always have cup noodles in stock. Prisoners can buy instant noodles from prison commissaries. They are given the hot water to make the noodles and it's a quick and easy meal to make. However, these packets of instant noodles are like money in prison. Prisons can trade them for other items, favors, or other food. Once instant noodles enter the prison economic system, their value increases by 2, 3 or even 4 times the amount of what a package sells for on the outside. The basics of this dish consists of the broth, the saltiness, the noodles, and the toppings. However, each place has its own take on what broth to use, how much salt, the type of noodles, and their toppings, creating ramen specialities in different regions. In Japan alone, there are 22 different types of ramen. There are hundreds of different varieties of instant noodles worldwide. Everyone says not to eat instant noodles too much, but do you know why? Well, it contains tertiary butylhydroquinone, a chemical used commonly to extend the shelf life of food. However, there are many negative side effects which include nausea, vomiting, collapsing, and high blood pressure. One package of top ramen chicken flavor contains 1,820 milligrams of sodium. To put this in perspective, the FDA recommended daily limit is 2,300 milligrams. A recent study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that eating instant noodles just 2 or more times per week, increases your risk of developing heart disease, diabetes and stroke. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed learning all about instant noodles. Please consider subscribing to get more interesting content.